We're gonna say this one time and one time only. Guys and girls cannot be friends.
Yes. I want to know your thought. Do you have a guy friend? Yeah. You do? Yeah.
Would
do you have
fuck
a boyfriend?
him?
Wait, do you have a boyfriend? No. Did you ever had a boyfriend while you had that friend? Yeah. And did your boyfriend said anything?
There you go.
Ah.
There you go. Like, if you call your best friend and you ask him to fuck, would he say yes?
Yeah. Oh wow!
Why do women think men can be their friends? Like, men can never be your friends. It's either they are looking for something from you, and we all know what they are looking for. So in today's video, we are going to be looking at some videos of why men can never be your friend. Men are coming out to give us reasons, and also women are coming out to give us reasons why you have to stay away from men. They are not your friends. You can never be friends with the opposite gender. So let's get into this video.
Ladies, he doesn't want to be your friend first. That's not why he's pursuing you. Why do we have to lie to ourselves? He's pursuing you because he's interested in you romantically. He doesn't want to be friends first. So yes, correct. Friends come after. Why we have to lie on the basis of what this is about? Friendship is built after the romantic interest foundation is built. You can't build something on a lie. He ain't trying to be your friend. He's not. He's trying to pursue you, whether it's romantically or for a relationship. We could confuse this thing. Oh, we should be friends first. No, because that's him faking. You say you want a guy to be straight up with you, right? You want him to stop beating around the corner, right? You want him to be direct with you, right? Starting it on a friendship is a lie. And he'd be lying to you. But is that what you want? No, friendship comes after the fact. You guys already have a romantic interest established. Then you can start to be friendly with one another and do friendly things. But if it's not on that basis of romanticism, it's a lie. Because he doesn't want to be your friend. He wants you. So yes, you're right. Guys don't know how to be because they don't want to be. It's not their interest. You want a guy to be direct, that's him being direct.
Women and men cannot be friends, okay? If you are somebody who eventually wants to get married, which is most of the population, you cannot have a good friend or a best friend, especially, of the opposite sex. Because here's the thing, okay? Let's say you're a woman and your best friend is a guy. Eventually, one of you is going to catch feelings. It just happens. Let's be real. I've had guy friends before. I've had this happen with other girlfriends. It never works because one person catches feelings and the other person does not have those same feelings. Therefore, you can't really have a friendship anymore. Or both people catch feelings and they actually end up dating instead of just being friends. The other reality is that whoever you marry becomes your best friend. How odd would it be if, as a married woman, somebody asked me who my guy best friend was and I said another guy's name other than my husband? Like, no, my husband is my husband, but he is also my best friend and my partner for life. So yes, I have guy friends, but they were my husband's friends before they were my friends, and you would never catch me hanging out with them alone. You would never catch me, oh, let's just go grab coffee just as friends. No, I don't even text them individually. If I have to text one of my guy friends, I put my husband in a group chat with him. And that goes into my next point, that when you get married, the two become one. The two become one. So your friend groups conjoin. Me hanging out with guys that are not friends of my husband, like alone, just in general, would be so odd. Same thing with him, like he doesn't have girlfriends outside of our relationship. His girlfriends are girls that he's met through me, and he only sees them when I see them. This is just a reality. It's the same thing in dating relationships. If you're dating a girl or if you're dating a guy and this girl has a guy best friend, no. Immediate red flag. If a guy has a girl best friend, no, like go date her. No.
Ladies always disagree with this one, but I'm sorry, there are no friends of the opposite sex. It doesn't exist. Any guy that's honest will admit that any friend they've had that's a female, they're open to more, they're hoping for more, they're waiting for more. It is not an innocent situation. And say your husband, boyfriend, wife, whatever you want to call it, that your significant other does not want you hanging out with people of the opposite sex, and you say, too bad, they're my friends, you've now put someone else ahead of your relationship. It's all bad. I know the ladies never think this is the case because you don't think like men. You have no idea what it's like in here. It's that corner of that desk reminds me of sex. I don't know how, but it does. That's what's going on in here. They are not your friends. I'm sorry.
So I don't befriend men. I don't go out of my way to make friends with them. I don't really initiate any kind of relationship with them because I don't think that I'm the kind of person that they want to be friends with. And I feel like I came to this conclusion many years ago, especially when I came out, and I just realized that men do not respect women in every capacity, not even in any capacity, in every capacity. So what would happen is I meet a guy on a night out. So of course his first instinct is to pursue me romantically or sexually, whatever the case may be. And I want to turn him down. I want to be like, cool, chief, I'm gay. And what usually happens is either they do not respect it or acknowledge it as a real thing. So what they will do for the rest of the evening is to insist on the fact that they want to sleep on me and how I've never found the right man, yada yada yada, that whole thing. Or they will ask and seem curious about like, oh, like, do you have a girlfriend, yada yada yada, and then immediately turn to fetishizing that relationship and asking very invasive questions. And it's not to say that every single man does this. I do have male friends. I think I can think of one, and they're queer. Because here's the thing is that besides just the fetishizing and just blatantly not respecting any of my boundaries, I feel like, to me, I can't joke with men because I don't like the jokes that they make. I don't like racist jokes. I don't like bigoted jokes. I don't like ableist jokes. I don't like rape jokes. I don't like jokes that harm people. And what I would find is that, especially when I was in a space where I would be the only person who's not a man, because I'm non-binary, I would be the only person who's not a man and be surrounded by men. And because they feel like the fact that we both date women, that I am now a safe space for them to unleash the horrific things that they say. And I'm just going to put it out there. Especially when I was in high school, I had like a couple of classes where like there was only guys. Here's the thing, when men feel safe, they are literally disgusting. They are vile. They compare their girlfriends like notes. They are very open about their pedophilic desires. They talk about different kinds of women in a very degrading way. And if they continue to see that you do not make it uncomfortable, because what I would do is I would make it very uncomfortable. I'd be like, that's not funny, I don't like this, do not participate in this. And then I would not come to school for a day, and then I come the next day and there'd be an inside joke that they could not say around me, and I'm like, thank you, because I want you to know I'm not a safe space for any of that. I'm not a safe space for those jokes. I don't like funny jokes. And quite frankly, I feel like the person I am is just not aligned with the kinds of men that exist, especially in this country.
So if you enter a relationship with me and you tell me you got male friends, I'm thinking to myself, okay, he ain't never coming to my home. He can't call or text you after 6, and if he got a job, he don't get off till 5. So that's a done deal. He's never coming to no gatherings that's for me. You ain't never going to go meet him nowhere and chill with him. So you start to say to yourself, this is not really a friend, because it ain't. It ain't. Yeah. That man been studying you now for 10 years. You met him at 20. You 31 years old. He been studying you. You done told him everything you don't like about the other guys, so he knows exactly what mask to put on when he deal with you.
I'm gonna do a story time on why I choose not to have guy friends, because the stuff I went through when I had guy friends was so freaking traumatic and brain altering, like I couldn't do it anymore. So when I was in middle school, I had like quite a few guy friends, like guys I felt like I was cool with, guys I would text and talk to, not on the weird stuff, just as a friend. But months later, this dude that I guess had interest in me at the time, and I was kind of like tagging along with it, just going along with it because everybody made me feel like I was ugly. So like a guy liked me, so I was like into it. You know what I'm saying? So fast forward, he violates me, like sexually violates me, like puts his hand up my leg towards my, all that. Tell me why I tell these guy friends that I had first, because they were also friends with this dude. And tell me why the first guy I told said that it was none of his business. Yeah, it was none of his business. And I'm like, what do you mean? Like, bro, we're all friends. Like, you're a guy, please defend me. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's telling everybody that I wanted it and this and that, and like everybody hates me. Like, please just defend me. And he was like, that's none of my business. So I go to some other guy friends, and they basically say the same thing. They're like, oh, like he would never do that. Oh, we know him. Like, you're tripping. Oh, we're not gonna We're not gonna tell him nothing, anything like that. And that day, that like whole week that was going on made me realize I can never be friends with a man, because they will defend each other even if their friend is a freaking creep. Yeah, I learned that lesson very freaking early. So like when girls have a lot of like guy friends, male friends, I genuinely kind of cringe because of my experiences. And I've had so many horror stories from when I was in high school, when I thought I was cool with the dude and then he ends up telling my business, things like that. I literally can't be friends with them. I can't trust them. They are not to be trusted. They will try to get at you. A lot of guys will literally just sit there and wait until they feel like they can have a chance with you. Seriously. Like, I had a guy friend like that who, you know, we were cool. We would hang out. We would skate together. And obviously we were friends. I would like talk about the guys that I had a crush on at the time. And bro literally blew up on me. He went off on me saying that, oh, like I'm trying to make him jealous and all of that stuff. And it's literally, me and guys do not mesh. I feel like I'm supporting their bad behavior by being friends with them. I can be acquaintances with guys, hi and bye. That's it. I cannot trust a male to be my friend. Like, I don't think that exists in this world. I don't know. Like, I feel like there's exceptions. Like, say if they're, you know, or trans. I have friends like that, you know. But men, like cis, straight men, no. I cannot do it.
Girls need to understand, yeah, that no male wants to be your friend. I'm telling you, man. No male wants to be your friend. You need to listen. Because, I'm telling you, give him one chance to hit, to even do something with you. You will see what he really has been waiting for. I'm telling you. Girls will be like, oh no, we're just strictly friends. That's not what he's seeing, though. He might be there, like, facading that he's a friend to you, do you get it? But really and truly, he's just waiting for that guy maybe that's in your life that you're talking to, or your boyfriend or something, just to fuck up. And then he'll be there the minute he hears, oh wait, they're done. But I'm going straight there. It's the same thing with girls, bro. Girls love a man with a girlfriend, bro. Like, they'll be like, oh, they'll always talk about you as well. They'll always talk to you about your girlfriend, this and that. Like, they're more worried about your relationship than you are yourself. Do you get? And in the minute they hear, oh, they're done. Oh, bro, she was never for him anyways. I'm better than her. Like, bro, it's always to do with jealousy. I'm telling you, lot. Girls especially, just know, man, them are not your friends. Like, they just want to hit, man. That's what it is.
As a conventionally attractive woman, I don't believe any man who says he wants to be in a platonic friendship with me, because every time a man suggests being in a platonic friendship, it's right after I rejected his advances to get to know him or to go on a date. It's always, oh, that's fine, we could just be friends then. Why? Why do you want to be friends? Because I just told you I'm not romantically interested in you, so why do you want to be friends? And then they turn around and say, oh, it's possible for us to have platonic relationships with women. No, it's not. No, it's not. The only platonic relationships you want to have are with women that might give you a chance to hit one day down the line. Otherwise, you don't really care about female friendship. And let's just call it what it is. I don't know if girls do the same thing, but if they do, it's equally as weird. Because if you shoot your shot at someone and they tell you they're not interested, but you still want to be close to them, and you want to frame that closeness as a friendship, that's weird. Because the friendship interest was not there before the romantic interest. Therefore, I don't even trust you to be my friend, because I already know your intentions are different from the start. Not to mention, the input to output ratio of a male-female friendship is skewed, because me personally have done a lot of inner work. So whenever I have a platonic friendship with a man, I give him so much more than he gives me. Even on a friendship level, I give him so much more emotional intelligence, so much more self-awareness, so much more critical thinking skills, conflict resolution tips. Like, the way that I help this man grow into a man just by being friends with him is the reason why I'm so selective about which men I'm being friends with. Because, let's face it, y'all can't pour into me the same way I can pour into you, and I knew that from the get-go, which is why I rejected your romantic advance. And because of that, I also don't want to have a friendship with you. I'm not telling women that they can't be friends with men, but I am saying if a man shoots his shot and you're not interested and he suggests being in a friendship with you, also reject that because he doesn't want to be friends with you. He wants to get in your pants and he's using friendship as a cover-up for his intentions. But he already revealed his intentions to you from the start. So sooner or later, he's going to violate your friendship and he's going to try to get in your pants, or he's going to use the excuse that we're friends, we're close, to try to touch you, to try to get onto you, to try to get in your house, to try to sleep over. Been there, done that. No thank you, not interested. I have incredibly strong and incredibly high boundaries, and for that reason, I'm not friends with my ex. I'm not friends with a man that I thought I wanted to be in a romantic relationship, but it didn't work out. Like past situationships, not friends with them. Not friends with any man that I don't work with or that doesn't exchange business or work ideas with me. Not interested, not friends. Anything outside of that, we're acquaintances, and that's totally okay. But I don't owe nothing to my acquaintances other than respect. You're gonna get respect from me, but that's about it.
If you're my girl, or if we start talking, I don't believe in guy friends. I really don't, unless he likes other guys. I have to make sure he looks at me and thinks I'm attractive before you have any guy friends. Do you understand that most guy friends that are straight either fail to get with you or they're trying to get with you? Men have testosterone. They don't look at you and say, "Oh, she's such a good friend." When you turn around and walk, they look at you behind. They check you out. They imagine things at night. They pictured all those fantasies they have in their little heads. So no, there's no such thing as guy friends. "Oh, he's so innocent, he's so sweet." Well, he's sweet for now, until he works his way, and tries to get what he's trying to get. So, if you're my girl, you ain't having no guy friends. Alright? Unless, like I said, he likes me. Or he likes other guys. He better move his hips when he's walking. He better have a little raspiness to his voice. Or else, he ain't your guy friend.
He does not want to be your friend, ladies. What don't you understand? If he's straight and he's attracted to you, I can guarantee you he does not want to be your friend. I know, it's so hard for y'all to understand and y'all don't want to hear this shit, but it's true. I just know men, okay? Men will literally sit and act like your friend for years while you're in a relationship. He don't give a fuck. He's only giving you attention because really deep down inside, he really likes you. You're probably thinking like, "Oh, Charles? No way. Yes, Charles. Yes, way." Dudes don't be giving a fuck though. Like everything you put on social media, they'll flirt with you. They'll do whatever they can. They're just waiting. They're playing a waiting game. It's like they're in line waiting for food and you are the entree. You know why they wait so long and we play the waiting game? Because that one fuck up from your boyfriend, he fucks up that one time. Guess who's waiting right there in line? He'll be like, "Come here, baby. Come here, baby. What he do to you? What happened? Talk to me about it. You can cry. Yeah, go ahead, cry right here on my chest. Just talk to me. Stop being friends with these dudes when you're in a relationship. Respect your partner. Trust me."
Right from time, you see, friends with men, it's not possible. It's never going to work because some friendship with men have destroyed marriage, have destroyed relationship. Also, for the men, some friendship with women, if you're a married man and you are having friendship with, you call a woman your bestie, just know that your marriage is not going to work. Once you get married, your partner become your best friend. Your partner become your gossip partner. There is nothing like my male bestie or my female bestie. Turn your wife to your female bestie. Turn your husband to your male bestie. The other gender, we cannot be friends. It's not possible. It will get to an extent you will start develop feelings for each other. It is not possible. You will start develop feelings, and that is dangerous when you are married or when you are in a relationship. Maybe if you are single and the person is single, then maybe you guys are friends. Yeah, that is allowed. You guys can maybe easily fall in love and get married. Sometimes when friendship, people that are besties, when they fall in love and get married, sometimes the marriage does not work out because they've been friends for so long. Now that they are about to be in a relationship, they don't know each other in a romantic way. They only know each other through friendship. Sometimes if you are lucky, the marriage lasts because they are besties, so the marriage lasts. They try to work on the marriage and it works. Sometimes it does not work, and then they break up and the friendship become awkward a friendship that you've built for years with trust and confidence, it become awkward because you've turned the friendship to a relationship, and you guys will break up and stop. The friendship will end, and everybody will go their separate ways. That is the reason why having friends with your opposite gender is not possible. It's not allowed. It's not respectful when you have a partner. Turn your husband to your bestie. It's so crazy when I'll see a girl, they'll be like, I have a male bestie. Look at my male bestie. You can only have a male bestie if the guy is gay. You guys can be friends because yeah, is dealing on men, not women. So guys, you've heard for the internet, the people, it's not advisable to be friends with your fellow gender if you're in a relationship or if you're married. I hope you learn one or two from this video. Do not forget to leave your comments in the comment section, and also like and subscribe for more. Bye y'all.